Welcome back to Coins X Tales. We're exploring rare Lincoln 1 cent pennies, coins that have made people rich. Let's find out why you should never overlook these coins. Because who knows, a single coin could change your life. Don't miss this. Top 1. Have you ever checked the pennies in your pocket and wondered if one of them could actually be worth more than $100? Most people see a simple copper coin and spend it without a second thought. But sometimes, an ordinary-looking penny hides a story that collectors love. Today, we're talking about the United States Lincoln 1 cent penny from 1999 with no mint mark. And believe it or not, this small coin can be more interesting than many people think. The 1999 Lincoln penny was part of the long-running Lincoln Cent series that began in 1909 to honor the former president Abraham Lincoln. By the late 1990s, these coins were produced in huge numbers, but that doesn't mean every coin is the same. Small differences in condition, strike quality, and minting mistakes can turn a common penny into a collectible piece. When you see a 1999 penny with no mint mark, it means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia produced hundreds of millions of these coins that year, so in normal circulated condition, most examples are very common. Many of them are still found today in pocket change, coin jars, and even old piggy banks. But here's where things get interesting for collectors. The real excitement comes when you find a coin in very high-grade condition or one that shows a minting error. Coins that were never heavily used, with bright surfaces and strong details, are much harder to find than regular circulated pieces. Collectors call these uncirculated coins, and they often search rolls of pennies hoping to discover one point. One of the most talked about things with 1999 pennies is the possibility of mint errors. Sometimes during the minting process, the machinery creates unusual features that make the coin unique. For example, a double die effect can cause the letters or numbers to appear slightly doubled. Off-center strikes can make the design look shifted to one side. There are also coins with die cracks, small raised lines that appear when a minting die begins to wear out. Another detail collectors carefully inspect is the overall strike quality. If the lines in Lincoln's hair and the details of the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse are sharp and clear, the coin becomes more desirable. These small details might not matter to everyday people, but for coin collectors they can mean the difference between a 1-cent coin and a valuable collectible. Now let's talk about the value. In normal circulated condition, a 1999 Lincoln penny without a mint mark is usually worth about 1 cent to around 50 cents depending on condition. However, an uncirculated example with strong luster can sell for around $5 to $20 in the collector's market. But the story becomes even more exciting with high-grade certified coins. A nearly perfect specimen graded at the top levels has sold at auction for around $500. And if a coin also shows a noticeable mint error, collectors may pay even more depending on how rare and dramatic the error appears. So the next time you see a 1999 penny, don't ignore it. Take a closer look at the date, the surface, and the details. That tiny coin could be a small piece of American history and maybe even a hidden collectible waiting to be discovered. If you enjoy learning about rare coins and valuable pennies, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more coin stories and discoveries. And remember, sometimes the smallest coins in your pocket can hold the biggest surprises. Top 2. Have you ever picked up an old penny and wondered if it could be hiding a surprising value? Many people ignore small coins, but coin collectors know that even a common-looking penny can sometimes be worth much more than 1 cent. Today we are looking at the United States Lincoln 1 cent penny from 1975 with no mint mark, a coin that millions of people have seen but very few actually study closely. The Lincoln penny is one of the most famous coins in American history. It was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. The design remained popular for decades, and by 1975 the reverse of the coin still featured the Lincoln Memorial, a design collectors recognize instantly. If your 1975 penny has no mint mark, it means the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During the 1970s, the Philadelphia Mint produced a huge number of pennies to keep up with everyday circulation. Because of this, the 1975 no mint mark penny is considered common in normal circulated condition. Many people still find these coins today in old coin jars, piggy banks, and even pocket change. However, collectors don't just look at the date. The real value often depends on condition and mint errors. Coins that have very little wear, strong shine, and sharp details are much more desirable. These are called uncirculated coins, and collectors spend years searching for them in bank rolls and collections. One thing that makes a 1975 penny more interesting is the possibility of minting errors. During the minting process, small mistakes sometimes occur that create unusual coins. For example, a double die error can cause the letters or numbers on the coin to appear slightly doubled. Off-center strikes can shift the design away from the center of the coin. There are also die cracks, small raised lines that appear when the minting die begins to wear out after striking thousands of coins. Collectors also check the details of Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial on the back. If the columns of the memorial are clearly visible and Lincoln's hairlines are sharp, the coin becomes more attractive to collectors. These tiny details may seem small, but in the world of coin collecting they can make a big difference. Now let's talk about value. A 1975 Lincoln penny with no mint mark in normal circulated condition is usually worth about 1 cent to around 30 cents depending on its condition. A bright, uncirculated example can sell for around $3 to $15 in the collector's market. But high-grade coins are where things become exciting. A nearly perfect specimen graded at the highest levels has reached auction prices of around $400. If a coin also has a clear and desirable mint error, the value can increase even more because collectors are always searching for unique pieces. So next time you see a 1975 penny, don't just spend it without looking. Check the date, examine the surface, and look carefully for unusual details. That small copper coin could be more interesting than you think and might even be worth more than its face value. If you enjoy learning about valuable coins and hidden treasures in everyday change, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more rare coin stories that collectors love to discover. Top 3. Have you ever looked closely at a modern penny and wondered if it could actually be worth more than 1 cent? Many people think only very old coins have value, but sometimes even newer pennies can become collectible. Today we are exploring the United States Lincoln 1 cent penny from 2009 with the D mint mark, a coin that is special for a very interesting reason. The year 2009 was extremely important for the Lincoln Cent series. That year marked the 200th anniversary of the birth of Abraham Lincoln and also the 100th anniversary of the Lincoln penny itself. Because of this historic celebration, the United States Mint released a unique set of designs that collectors immediately became excited about. The 2009 pennies were struck at the Denver Mint when they carry the D mint mark. Instead of just one reverse design, 4 different designs were released that year, each showing an important stage of Abraham Lincoln's life. This made the 2009 penny series very special and popular among coin collectors. The first design shows Lincoln's early childhood in Kentucky with a simple log cabin, representing his humble beginnings. The second design shows Lincoln reading a book while taking a break from rail splitting in Indiana, symbolizing his love for learning. The third design features Lincoln standing in front of the Illinois state capitol, representing his early political career. The fourth design shows the unfinished dome of the United States Capitol during the Civil War, representing Lincoln's presidency and leadership. Because there were 4 different designs, collectors often try to collect all 4 coins from the Denver Mint. Many people kept these coins when they first appeared, but some still show up in circulation today. Now let's talk about what makes a 2009 D mint mark penny more valuable. Condition is extremely important. Coins that still have their original red copper color and bright shine are far more desirable to collectors. These uncirculated coins are harder to find because most coins quickly lose their original luster after entering circulation. Collectors also watch carefully for minting errors. Sometimes coins are struck slightly off-center, while other examples may show doubling in the lettering or numbers. There can also be die cracks or small raised lines caused by worn minting dies. These types of errors make a coin more interesting and often more valuable to collectors searching for unusual pieces. Another factor that collectors love is strong strike quality. If the small details in the designs are sharp and clear, especially in the buildings and Lincoln's figure, the coin becomes more desirable in the collecting community. Now let's discuss the value. A 2009 Lincoln penny with a D mint mark in circulated condition is usually worth around 1 cent to about 50 cents depending on the design and condition. A bright, uncirculated coin can sell for around $2 to $10 in the collector's market. However, High-grade examples that are carefully preserved can bring much higher prices. Some nearly perfect coins graded at the top levels have sold at auction for around $100. If a coin also has a noticeable mint error, collectors may pay even more depending on how rare the error is. So the next time you see a 2009 penny with a D-mint mark, take a closer look. You might notice one of the 4 historic designs celebrating the life of Abraham Lincoln. That small coin could be a meaningful piece of history and a collectible that many people enjoy searching for. If you enjoy learning about valuable coins and hidden treasures found in everyday change, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more exciting coin discoveries that collectors love to explore. Top 4. Have you ever checked the pennies in your pocket and wondered if one of them could secretly be worth more than 1 cent? Most people spend pennies without thinking twice, but coin collectors know that even modern coins can sometimes become valuable. Today we're taking a closer look at the United States Lincoln 1 cent penny from 2001 with no mint mark, a coin that many people still find in circulation. The Lincoln penny is one of the most recognizable coins in American history. It was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. For decades, the front of the coin has featured Lincoln's portrait, while the reverse design used for many years showed the famous Lincoln Memorial Building. If your 2001 penny has no mint mark, it means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. The Philadelphia Mint produced a very large number of pennies in 2001 for everyday use across the country. Because of this, most examples of this coin are common in circulated condition and can still be found today in pocket change or coin jars. However, collectors know that the true value of a coin depends on more than just the date. The condition of the coin plays a very important role. A penny that has been heavily used will show scratches, dull color, and worn details. But coins that were never used in daily circulation can remain bright and shiny with strong red copper color. These uncirculated coins are much more attractive to collectors. Another exciting part of coin collecting is searching for mint errors. Even modern coins like the 2001 penny can have interesting mistakes created during the minting process. Some coins show doubled letters or numbers, known as a double die effect. Others may be struck slightly off-center, where the design appears shifted. There can also be die cracks, small raised lines caused when the minting die begins to wear after striking many coins. Collectors also carefully examine the details of Lincoln's portrait and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. When the steps of the memorial and the columns are sharp and clear, the coin is considered well struck and more desirable in higher grades. Small details like these are very important in the coin collecting world. Now let's talk about the value of the 2001 Lincoln penny with no mint mark. In normal circulated condition, this coin is usually worth about 1 cent to around 25 cents depending on its condition. A bright uncirculated coin with strong red color can sell for around $2 to $8 in the collector's market. But when a coin is preserved in nearly perfect condition, the value can increase dramatically. Some high-grade examples certified by professional grading services have sold at auction for around $150. And if a collector discovers a coin with a noticeable mint error, the price can rise even higher depending on the rarity of that mistake. So the next time you see a 2001 penny, don't ignore it. Take a closer look at the date, the surface, and the details of the design. That small coin might be more interesting than you think, and could even be a collectible piece hiding in everyday change. If you enjoy learning about valuable coins and hidden treasures in pocket change, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more rare coin stories that collectors around the world love to discover. Top 5. Have you ever looked closely at an old penny and wondered if it might be worth more than just 1 cent? Many people overlook these small coins every day, but collectors know that some pennies can hold surprising value. Today we're taking a closer look at the United States Lincoln 1 cent penny from 1974 with the D-mint mark, a coin that might look ordinary but has an interesting story behind it. The Lincoln cent is one of the longest-running coins in American history. It was first introduced in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. For many decades, the reverse of the coin featured the famous Lincoln Memorial, making it instantly recognizable to people all over the world. A 1974 penny with the D mint mark means the coin was produced at the Denver Mint. During the 1970s, The Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of pennies to supply everyday circulation. Because of this high production, most 1974 D pennies are very common and can still be found today in old coin jars and collections. But collectors never judge a coin only by its mintage. The condition of the coin is extremely important. Coins that have been heavily circulated usually show scratches, dull color, and worn details. However, coins that were saved early and kept in excellent condition can still display bright copper color and strong luster. These uncirculated coins are much more desirable to collectors. Another exciting aspect of this coin is the possibility of mint errors. Sometimes during the minting process, small mistakes occur that make certain coins unique. Some 1974 D pennies show doubled letters or numbers, known as a double die effect. Others may have off-center strikes where the design appears shifted. Collectors also find coins with die cracks, which appear as raised lines on the surface when the minting die begins to wear after striking thousands of coins. Collectors also examine the design details very carefully. The lines in Lincoln's hair, the sharpness of his portrait, and the clarity of the Lincoln Memorial columns on the reverse are all important. Coins with strong, sharp details and minimal wear are far more attractive to serious collectors. Now let's talk about the value of the 1974 D Lincoln penny. In normal circulated condition, this coin is usually worth about 1 cent to around 20 cents depending on its condition. A bright uncirculated example with strong red color can sell for around $3 to $15 in the collector's market. But when a coin is preserved in nearly perfect condition, the value can increase dramatically. Some high-grade examples certified by professional grading services have sold at auction for around $400. If a coin also has a clear mint error, collectors may pay even more depending on the rarity and appearance of that error. So next time you come across a 1974 penny with a D mint mark, don't spend it too quickly. Take a moment to look at its details, color, and condition. You might discover that a simple penny can hold more value in history than you expected. If you enjoy learning about rare coins and hidden treasures found in everyday change, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned for more exciting coin discoveries that collectors love to explore.